A video game's setting is often just as important as the story, characters, and gameplay. In many cases, the landscapes act as a character. It's something that can draw its players in, even sometimes makes the players want to belong in that world. This is how video games can create total immersion to its players. Sure, gameplay and story are vital to any video game. However, they are just factors out of many. Landscapes help paint the picture properly and better construct a narrative, provide challenges for the player to overcome, and actually make you care about what's going on in the game. A lot of these video game settings are, let's face it, more exciting than our own, which got us thinking, what video game worlds would we like to call home? Here are some of our top choices. Number 1. Skyrim. Set in the fictional world of Tamriel, and more specifically the province of Skyrim, The Elder Scrolls vs. Skyrim puts players in the shoes of the Dragonborn, who sets out to prevent the end of the world. Skyrim's map is full of cities, mountains, forests, ancient dungeons, and so much more, all of which serve as a means for players to do almost anything their heart desires. Want to join sides in a civil war? Sure, you can do that. Become a wizard or a deadly assassin? Why not? Do you want to fight a friggin' dragon? If you have the guts, then by all means. Number 2. Andromeda Galaxy, Mass Effect. The Mass Effect franchise is one much like Skyrim, that truly took the concept of a living world to the next level. It's set in a futuristic timeline where humans have caught up with the rest of the galaxy in terms of technology, as we discover faster than light travel, which allows the player to embark on a series of adventures. The landscapes and set pieces that the player visits are stunning and are among the best in all gaming. Sure, there is the looming threat in the game of galaxy-wide destruction, but being able to call a galaxy where you'd be able to live on almost any planet of your own sounds pretty good to us. Not to mention, you get to pal around with a bunch of cool aliens. Number 3. Star Wars Galaxy from Knights of the Old Republic. This choice is cheating a little bit, considering the fact that these games take place in the Star Wars universe, aka one of the biggest and most detailed settings in entertainment, but the setting of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and its sequel Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, The Sith Lords, is not the movies. This series of games allows players to visit some familiar locations and new ones, and also dives deeper into the lore of the Jedi and their villainous counterparts, the Sith. Similar to Mass Effect, being able to live in space with hundreds if not thousands of planets to visit sounds like a dream come true. Plus, we would jump at the chance to become Jedis. I mean, who doesn't want to be a Jedi, right? Wield lightsabers, use the Force, wear awesome comfortable robes. Number 4. The American Frontier from the Red Dead Redemption 2. There aren't many settings that evoke a sense of wonder and amusement quite like the Wild West. No game series has done it better than the Red Dead franchise. Building on what the first game had done, Red Dead Redemption 2 took landscapes to a new level with snow-capped mountains, booming cities, dry deserts, swampy marshes, and endless forests that were all open for the player to roam around in. If you want to live in the big city, you could do that. Or, if a more laid-back lifestyle is your thing, then the frontier is open to you as well. You can hunt, fish, play cards, or hell, you can just go out drinking if you want to. It's just an all-around fun time, for as long as you don't come across any bandits. Number 5. Super Mario. The Super Mario games gets praised a lot for their gameplay, and rightfully so, but occasionally we all forget just how enchanting the setting of those games actually are. A magical world of princesses, weird turtle dragons, ghosts, moles, dinosaurs, and of course, mushrooms. Anthropomorphized mushrooms of both the kind and killer variety, as well as edible mushrooms, some that make people grow, and others that bring them back to life. Then there's the castles, pyramids, caves, oceans, and clouds you can walk on to explore and run and jump and climb on. Then there are all the ways to transform into animals and magical clothing that makes you fly. Then there's the sweet go-kart tracks and the national sport of the no-holds-barred brawling that draws people from parallel universes to compete. They even have doctors who can cure any diseases just with pills. If they could just get rid of that creep Waluigi, it would be a perfect world. Number 6. Hyrule, Legend of Zelda. Probably one of the most iconic worlds in all of gaming, Hyrule, in its many incarnations, has never ceased to amaze. Whether it's a thriving kingdom, an untamed wilderness, or a lost sunken world, Nintendo never fails to create a world that's worth exploring. It doesn't matter whether you play them in 3D or 2D, the end result is the same. A game world that deserves to be turned upside down just as much as those pots over there deserve smashing. From rolling hills to dense forests, desert rock to flowing streams, Hyrule has it all. Just be sure to chart your vacation adventure now, before Ganon comes and messes everything up. Number 7. Pokemon World. A dream for players since the release of the first Pokemon game. Why else would we buy all those lovable figures and the Pokemon merchandise when we get a chance? Think about how much a sensation Pokemon Go became, mainly because of breaking down another barrier and getting us closer to being in that world. Imagine not only owning a Charizard, but flying on one. Or maybe hop on a Blastoise to travel across the sea. Who needs a car when you can ride on the back of a Tauros? Owning Pokemon is only a small part of this dream. The ability to explore the world, find more Pokemon, and travel across all the regions is what we've always dreamed about. There is even a multitude of jobs to partake in, such as gym leaders and breeders. The world of Pokemon has a lot to offer, and we'll always dream of the possibilities. Number 8. Future Earth, Mega Man. In real life, automation is a real source of stress for a lot of people. We already live in a world where people are losing their jobs to robots, but the Mega Man games offer a brighter version of the automated future. When it isn't being taken over by reprogrammed robots, the world of Mega Man is an idyllic wonderland where humans are free of menial, dangerous work. Robots replace lumberjacks, construction workers, waste disposal workers, miners, Arctic explorers, and many more jobs are all done by androids. And the fact that the world of Mega Man is taken over, destroyed and rebuilt several times over the course of Dr. Light's twilight years, just goes to show how much more productive robots are than humans anyway. I, for one, welcome our new robot overlords. Number 9. Spyra, Final Fantasy X. Composed of one large continent with several smaller islands surrounding the landmass of Spyra, is a visual marvel. It is the setting for Final Fantasy X and X Part 2, offering landscapes that range from tropical beaches, forests, plains, and mountains. Who would not want to live in these masterpieces? Spyra is rich with history, with past details in the game noting of the Machine War. Cultural differences between Spyran and Al-Bhed people with different ideals. The dominant religion of being Yevon that is spiritual in nature, with temples devoted to faith spirits of the dead. In Final Fantasy X, it might not be an ideal time with sin roaming the world causing destruction and destroying lives. But by the end of the game, that threat is eliminated by Yuna, Tidus, and company. Number 10. Azeroth, World of Warcraft. We all have that one friend who is way too into World of Warcraft. The fantastical world of Azeroth, WoW's setting, already is a home of sort for a lot of people. Folks get married there, for crying out loud. While no one can fault the design work and polish of even the earliest version of World of Warcraft, the real draw was always the community. One thing that Blizzard, World of Warcraft's developer, knows how to do is create space for communities that play their games. Whether it's the camaraderie of raiding in World of Warcraft, the celebration of the individual skill of StarCraft, or the coordination of Heroes of the Storm and Overwatch, Blizzard seems to have a handle on just how involved they need to be in supporting their communities. The world of Azeroth offers people the chance to escape the real world together, which for a long time was pretty rare in games. Also, there's loot and character customization, and that's all any game needs to hook players, right?